Hey guys, Matthew here. This video, I want to talk to you about the implications of what we just talked about in response to kind of poly counts and meshes. And the game of virtual reality is to try and get that poly count to run in real time, which is about somewhere between 30 to 60 frames a second. And the consequences of going below that are a bit worrying. So you should be made aware of it. And if you find that your file is lagging at some point, maybe don't put it on your tutor's head. So the problem generally is, if I move my head at some particular speed, so I'm going to draw a really stupid head because ironically I'm an architect that can't draw. Look, there's a weird nose. Oh, okay, it's a pigeon head. I'm drawing a pigeon. All right, done. So this pigeon wants to move its head like this. Now, if I'm losing frames, that is, everything's not being rendered, there are points in this process where my head will actually be, let's say, here at the end of the arrow. I move my head all that way, but the computer's still trying to catch up. And I'm actually seeing, because I'm wearing a headset, let me draw on a sweet little headset on the pigeon. There we go, color it in. And I'm going to just now say, well, the pigeon's moved its head to there, and the headset is actually showing me an image if my head was there. This causes a degree of disembodiment between you and the thing you're seeing, and it actually causes motion sickness. So you really don't want to do that, because you can and you probably will eventually throw up being in that environment for too long. So I'm not sure if, let's do lime green. So, you know, if the frame rate is hitting, we'll vomit and have a pile of terrible, terrible pigeon breadcrumbs and all those kinds of terrible stuff. So you don't want to do that. Also, it's worth noting that this exact same logic applies to when you think about your kind of space. In virtual reality, if you want to put your head through a wall, this will happen, right? So if I couldn't put my head through a wall, my body would keep moving, but my sight is not, and I'll feel sick. So in virtual reality, if you want to put your head through a wall or put your arm through something, it has to let you. So that's a major concern. So if you're having problems with hitting a reasonable frame rate and it's cutting frames, you need to go back to your kind of original model and reduce the poly count so that the software has a much easier time rendering it at a reasonable rate. So that's all for this video, and I'll see you in the next one. This project was supported by a UTS Widening Participation Strategy, First Year Experience Grant, funded through the Australian Government Higher Education Participation and Partnership Program. The videos were produced by Matthew Austin and Adrian Taylor.